Number 10 is Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation. Despite existing mocked, ignored, and crushed all his vitality, a 34-year-old shut-in still discovered the will to try something heroic, exclusively for it to finish in a miserable misfortune. But in a twist of luck, he awakens in another world as Rudius Greyran, starting life again as a baby born to two loving parents. Preserving his memories and knowledge from his previous life, Rudius quickly adapts to his new environment. With the mind of a grown adult, he starts to display the magical talent that exceeds all expectations, honing his skill with the help of a mage named Roxy Mygurdia. Rudius learns swordplay from his father, Paul, and meets Sylphia, a girl his age who quickly becomes his closest friend. As Rudius' second chance at life begins, he tries to make the most of his new opportunity while conquering his traumatic past. And perhaps, one day, he may find the one thing he could not find in his old world, love. If you like the adventure genre, then I would highly recommend it. Number 9 is To Your Eternity. An orb, comprehended solely as it, is released to Earth to be watched from afar. Adept of altering layouts from beings whose mirroring it apprehends, it preferably evolves a rock and then, due to the rising temperature, moss. It does not move until one snowy day, a wolf at death's door, barely crosses by. When it takes the animal's form, it attains awareness of its consciousness and starts to wander with an unclear destination in mind. Soon, he comes across the wolf's master, a young boy waiting for his tribe to return from a paradise abundant with fish and fruit in the south. Although the boy is lonely, he still hopes those whom he holds dear in his memories have not forgotten him and that he will reunite with them one day. The boy wants to explore new surroundings and decides to abandon his home to find paradise using the traces his tribe left behind. But, with a heavily injured body and no sight of his elder comrades, what will become of the boy? Fumetsu no Anita illustrates the story of an immortal being experiencing humanity, meeting all types of people in many places throughout time. This anime storytelling is great, which makes it the greatest anime. Number 8 is Laid Back Camp Season 2. Having devoured Christmas camping with her recent buddies, Renshima launches on solo camping to visit the New Year sunrise by the ocean. All proceeds according to schedule until unforeseen weather blocks the roads back home, making a return trip impossible. Rin, who is now stranded for a few days, is invited by Nachiko Kagemaura to stay at her grandmother's house. What is supposed to be a 2-day trip becomes an extended period of sightseeing and new experiences for Rin, and she encounters some new and old faces along the way. Yuru Camp Season 2 continues the story of Rin, Nachiko, and their friends as they further explore the joys of camping. Even though this anime is about camping, it is the main theme of the show. Also, the viewers can learn about compassion, love, friendship, and nature. Number 7 is Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba Entertainment District arc follows Tanjiro and his companions' next assignment behind the Mugen train. Alongside one of the Demon Slayer Corps top-ranked swordsmen, Sound Hashira Tenjin Uzui, Tanjiro heads to a place where demons dwell, the Entertainment District. This season of Kimetsu no Yaiba is a direct sequel of the series packed with insane visuals, sound design, plot, and characters. Number 6 is Evangelion, 3.0 plus 1.0 Thrice upon a time. Shinji Ikari is always afloat behind losing his choice to live, but the location he reaches instructs him what it means to hope. Finally, the Instrumentality Project is set in motion, and Will makes one last grueling stand to prevent the final impact. This anime balances the line between post-apocalyptic survival and psychological horror. While it's always exciting to see large robots fighting alien creatures, a lot of Evangelion's appeal comes from the struggles of its characters. Number 5 is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stone Ocean. In Florida, 2011, Jeline Kuju sits in a prison compartment like her dad Jotaro once did, yet this issue is not of her preference. Framed for an offense she did not engage in and operated into serving a more extended punishment, Jeline is prepared to leave to a dire fate as a prisoner of Green Dolphin Street Jail. Though all hope seems lost, a gift from Jotaro ends up awakening her latent abilities, manifesting into her stand, stone free. Now armed with the power to change her fate, Jeline sets out to find an escape from the stone ocean that holds her. But, she soon discovers that her incarceration is merely a small part of a grand plot, one that not only takes aim at her family but has extra far-reaching consequences. What's more, the mastermind is lurking within the very same prison and is under the protection of a lineup of menacing stand users. Finding unlikely allies to help her cause, Jeline sets a course to stop their plot, clear her name, and take back her life. The animations are spectacular, and that is not even the best part about it. Number 4 is Odd Taxi is about eccentric and sharp walrus Hiroshi Odokawa lives a moderately normal life. He operates a cab for a living and there he encounters several outstanding people, the unemployed Taiki Kabasawa who is dead set on going viral, the mysterious nurse Miyoshi Arakawa, the struggling comedic duo Homo sapiens, and Abu, a well-known delinquent. But Odokawa's simple way of life is about to be turned upside down. The case of a missing girl the police have been tracking leads back to him. Now both the Yakuza and a duo of corrupt cops are on his tail. Set in a strangely familiar city filled with unusual individuals, Odd Taxi is a bizarre story about a humble taxi driver and the mystery of a lost high schooler. You must watch this anime because it defied the odds of storytelling. Odd Taxi is a kind of anime that will attract less audience, but the ones who miss this are the unlucky ones. Number 3 is The Ranking of Kings. The people of the kingdom glance down at the youthful Prince Bojji, who can neither listen nor talk. They name him the useless prince while mocking his assumed stupidity. However, while Bojji may not be physically strong, he is certainly not weak of heart. When a chance encounter with a shadow creature should have left him traumatized, it instead makes him believe that he has found a friend amidst those who only choose to notice his shortcomings. He starts meeting with Cage, the shadow, regularly, to the point where even the otherwise abrasive creature begins to warm up to him. Cage and Bojji's unlikely friendship lays the budding foundations of the prince's journey, one where he intends to conquer his fears and insecurities. Despite the constant ridicule he faces, Bojji resolves to fulfill his desire of becoming the best king he can be. This story is just flawlessly executed, and the characters are all well developed and interesting. It tugs at the heartstrings in all the right ways. It is never boring. The writing is of a class I have not seen in some time. Number 2 is Gintama, The Final. 2 years have departed following Tendo Shuu's attack on the Oedo Central Terminal. Since then, the Yorozuya keep moving their different ways. Anticipating Utsuro's return, Jintaki Sakata starts exploring Earth-lay stripes for hints of the other man's ultimate. After an encounter with the remnants of the Tendo Shu, who continues to press on in search of immortality, Jintaki returns to Edo. Later, the regrouped Shinsengumi and Yorozuya begin an attack on the occupied Central Terminal. With the Altai harvested by the wreckage of the Tendo Shuu's ship in danger of detonating, the Yorozuya and their allies fight their enemies while the safety of Edo, and the rest of the world, hangs in the balance. Fulfilling the wishes of their teacher, Shaiyu Yoshida's former students unite and relive their pasts one final time in an attempt to save their futures. The very final is exemplary of what a series' swan song should look like. It gives all its personalities a chance to shine, serves up satisfying battles, and retains its signature humor to the end. Number 1 is Fruits Basket, The Final. Hundreds of years back, the Chinese zodiac souls and their god promised to remain jointly permanently. Joined by this commitment, the possessed associates of the Soma household must consistently return to individually further beneath any events. Yet, when these bonds shackle them from freedom, it becomes an undesirable burden, a curse. As head of the clan, Akito is convinced that he shares a special connection with the other Somas. While he desperately clings to this fantasy, the rest of the family remains isolated and suppressed by the fear of punishment. Toru Honda, who has grown attached to the Somas, is determined to break the chains that bind them. Her companionship with the family and her friends encourages her to move forward with lifting the curse. But, due to confounding revelations, she struggles to find the tenacity to continue her endeavors. With time slowly withering away, Toru contends with an uncertain future in hopes of reaching the tranquility that may lie beyond all this commotion. Fruits Basket was lighthearted and fun, then grew more serious and dramatic as the season went on. Please like and share for more updates if you like the video. Comment your thought on the video.